most part, I've gone through the rest of it, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of like big value. And I'm wondering if it's stupid of me to let like all go, the rest of the lot, so I just let it all go.
I'm having some trouble selling cards. I'm trying to flip any ideas.
Cards that don't have PSA 10 comp that I can find. I was just going to see if I maybe overpaid or if I did it right or if this could work out. I don't know.
Welcome to the Eric Michael Show, where I talk about business, sports cards, entrepreneurship, and you could call into the phone number below, and I'm more than happy to answer any of your guys' questions. But I want to start this off with talking about how to make money with cards from the 80s or the 90s. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is very relevant to my life right now, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. And I'm a big advocate of buying cards already graded from the 80s or 90s. I think there's a big market for it, and people really aren't taking advantage of it, at least in my opinion. And the reason this is pretty relevant to me right now, so I actually, with Major League Profits, I discovered a nice little tax saving strategy that I could actually use sports cards and say like, hey, like this is a marketing expense, because it is, since I, show it all over the internet and use it as marketing, and I'm going to use it as a write-off. And the only way for me to spend the proper amount of money for it to make a dent in my tax savings is to buy like vintage cards, like, 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, 50s. And these are cards I'm going to hold for a period of time. So I'm going to be spending a lot of money on these cards. And I'm really looking for cards from the 80s or 90s specifically. I'm going to obviously buy some Topps Mantles is my plan, and like Galley Ruths and all that fun stuff. But I think there's a huge market or a huge opportunity with cards from the 80s and the 90s. So I'm going to go over how I have made money with these cards and how you could as well. Because people always say, cards from the 80s or 90s are worthless. And a lot of them are worthless, to be honest with you. But the ones that are graded high, like graded at 10, go for good amounts of money. And there's a specific way I've made money with these for a long period of time. And I'll kind of show you guys, because I think it's pretty interesting, at least. So let me share my screen. And then once I'm done with this, you guys can feel free to call into the phone number below, and we'll let it rip with questions. But let me share my screen here and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right. Let me just do one of these. All right, cool. All right. So check this out. On Market Movers, if you don't know what Market Movers is, Market Movers is an app where you can basically look at data, charts, recent sales, all that stuff. So what I do is I'll go to movements, right? Let me see if I could expedite this. Okay. So I'll go to movements and I'll put this filter in there. So I'll look at baseball, basketball, football, and we could add in hockey as well. Yeah, we could add in hockey as well. And only PSA 10s. And what I'll do is I would need the card to sell for at the minimum $100. And I want there to be at least 3 sales. Then I'll search. And what I'll do is I will look at the cards that are not up the most, but the cards that are down the most. So let's take an example. 1994 Collector's Choice, Michael Jordan. It looks like this card's, hold on, in the past. Okay. So I'll look in the past 30 days and see like what is down a lot in value. So if we look at this card of Pete Rose, so Pete Rose recently passed. I'm going to stay away from him because a little bit of a weirder card. Let's look at this card of Barry Bonds. This 1987 Topps base Barry Bonds. This is also a little bit weird. So you could see this card was like around $200 for a long period of time. There was one weird spike of a sale. It was probably fake, and then it dropped. So that's the reason for it showing such a low percentage. Ryan Sandberg recently passed. I'm going to stay away. Joe Sakic, he's a great hockey player. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, this is a good example. So this card, you could see a year ago it was like 360 and then 376, and you can see it hovers around 370, 380. There was a high sale of 435 and then a low sale of 244. Why this card sold for low, I have no idea. It's just kind of how these vintage cards works. They go up and down, up and down. But I would buy this card for 240 right now, 220, 230. I would use this last sale knowing there's no guarantees in life, obviously, but this card will probably pop back up to 330, 340, 350, which is a 50% return on your money if you buy it for 250 and sell it for 350. Actually, maybe that's like 40% actually on your money. But I'm just buying vintage cards that are low, knowing it's probably only going to pop back up. So that's one example. Take this card of Frank Thomas. Let's look at this. So Frank Thomas, you can see this is actually a perfect example. So this 1991 Topps Tiffany base PSA 10. I've never bought this card before. I have no idea anything about this card. But what I do know is you can see this card kind of goes up and down, right? 176, 133, and then it pops back up to 178, and then it hit 103, then it pops back up to 206. So you can see this card kind of like goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And recently this card is on a down. So the last sale did 128. So ask yourself, would you buy this card for 120? Looking at this recent data, the recent data in the past year says it'll probably pop back up here, 180, 206, or like 160. And if you buy this card for 120 and sell it for 160, that's, what is that, 33% on your money? Yeah, that's 33% on your money. And obviously, this is not life-changing, right? Buying a card for 120 and selling it for 160, it's a $40 profit. But if you're buying these cards all the time, you have this revolving inventory of cards from the 80s or 90s, and you're consistently making 20, 30, 40% on your money, that's really, really good. And this is how I do it. And the reason this is relevant to me, this is another nice one. I like these cards of Mariano Rivera. Yeah, so this is another good one, right? This card recently is on a down, right? It's selling for around 500, and it'll probably pop back up to like 600, right? Looking at this recent data. And the reason this is so relevant to me is I'm actually doing this on like a much larger scale. Like I'm trying to probably spend over $1 million on cards to use as content, marketing props, all that stuff. So I'm looking at cards like higher end, like I can show you like one card I'm looking at, Peyton Manning. I'll show this card because I don't think anyone could afford it. So that's why I'll show this one. So this is oh wait, no, not this one. Not that. PSA 10. Let me see if I can find this on Google. It should be, yeah, this. So this is a card that I'm looking to buy, and the last sale is only one recent sale. And it did $72,000 before the pandemic. And I think, these cards are like weird because they're so rare, they're so expensive. It's like, it's kind of a shot in the dark a little bit. But if I could buy this card, like my theory is if I could, with buyer's premium, if I could buy this card for 80 grand, I think it's a great deal because only one sale before the pandemic at 72,000. Everything else is up since then. There's just no sale. So I think people might be a little bit scared to pay strong on a card like this. And it's such a rare card. It's a super desirable card. These are cards where there's a lot of interest. So this is like one card I'm looking to buy that I'm pretty interested in. Another one would be, if you look here, this is another one, Desert. I love these cards too. Chipper Jones, PSA 10. I thought I saw one. Well, it's a Desert Shield Chipper Jones, PSA 10 that I thought I saw a sale, but oh wait, did I miss it? No, did I miss the sale? Shit, I think this is the one I was looking at. Damn, I think I forgot the bid on it. Crap. But this is a card I was looking at as well. I just think there's a big opportunity with these vintage cards. You're not buying these cards to grade. It's a little bit slower money, but it's safe, it's predictable, and it's a good way to make money. Other callers? No callers. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to call into the phone number below. So while I wait for some of you guys to call in, I'll kind of like show you guys some stuff I'm looking to buy because I'm looking to spend a lot of money, and I think it's kind of interesting buying cards for like 10, 20, 30, $50,000. And also I'm using this time before callers come in to take to my own advantage. So what I'll do is let's go to market movers. Did I exit it out? And oh no, I didn't. So I'll do the same thing, right? And I'll do like minimum like sale of like, let's do like $5,000. Do like 2 sales. Let's look in the past, like 365 days. There's a lot of Michael Jordan stuff in here. I'm not a big guy on buying Michael Jordan. a PSA 10, Ricky Henderson. Actually, I looked at a few of these as well. So like, this is a great card. I would love to buy something like this. A Jerry Rice PSA 10. Last sale did $84,000. There's none for sale right now. I looked, but that's a great card. I think it just has huge upside. Let's see what else there is. Peachy Gretzky. I like this. If I'm spending this type of money, like big money, I like to stick to rookie stuff, or at least I like to try. It just, this is the good one. I actually saw one of these for sale. So here's a little hack. So if you go on only alt, if you go right here, then you go to auctions, only alt will actually show you auctions from all sites. So yeah, it's pretty good. So like what I'll do, there's like a bunch of different auction sites, like golden auctions and heritage auctions and this and that. What I'll do is, like, this is a card I'm interested in. An O-Pee-Chee Lemieux. I'll type in 1985 O-P-G. See, how do I spell Lemieux? Lemieux. Did I spell this wrong? Did I spell O-Pee-Chee wrong? I must be looking at something wrong. I thought I saw one for sale. Hold on. Let's see if we go to all items. And so what I'll do now is I'll go to highest alt value. And you can see there's one for sale. And it's at $23,000 on golden auctions. And it ends in 10 days. View sales history on card ladder. Wow, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know they had this little button. That's pretty cool. So I guess it's not just showing me PSA 10s, unfortunately. But I'll look at a card like this and be like, okay, well, let's look at the recent data on this card. It's one did 36,000, one did 28,000. This is a card I'd probably spend. Like, I wouldn't want to pay more than $30,000 for it. This is a card I'm not logged into my account, but I'll put this on my watch list. Like, I would bid like 30 grand. And I know I'm talking about higher end cards, and I know it's kind of out of people's range, but kind of mixing it up because I don't talk about it that much. That's a good card. Refractor Kobe. Not my style. The Jerry Rice PSA 10. Vince Carter, Ray Lewis, Atomic Refractor. Wow, those sell for a lot of money. I didn't know that. O-Pee-Chee, Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn. Oh yeah. So this is not something. This took a huge jump. Not a huge jump actually. It went from 24 to 27,000. I wonder if there's any of these for sale. So 1983. Tony Gwynn. Oh, there's one for sale. There's two for sale, actually. This ends in 10 days. 1983 tops, Tony Gwynn. But this isn't the O-Pee-Chee. This is a different one. I'll probably stay away from that for now. See what else is out there. A lot of Kobe stuff. But yeah, hopefully you kind of get the gist of kind of how I buy. Ray Bork. Wow, this is sick. This is a sick hockey card. Wow. Super cool. Dirk Nowitzki, Topps Chrome Refractor, Patrick Waugh, O-Pee-Chee. Wow. This is something I would definitely buy. Super cool. Lasted 8,000. Wow. I'm just curious. I want to see, like, are there any actually for sale? 1986, Patrick Waugh. 1986. Patrick Waugh. If you don't know who Patrick Waugh is, he was a great goalie for the Colorado Avalanche, and I think he got traded from the Canadiens to the Avalanche. But he's a great goalie, one of the best of all time. He's a little bit of a psychopath. But yeah, he was great. But yeah, this is kind of how I look for higher end cards. And I'm not going to bore you guys because I know this is out of a lot of people's price range. So I'll go back to my bread and butter. Any callers? Oh, there's questions. Okay, hold on. Let's start to tackle some questions before callers come in. Let's see. TikTok questions. Let's see. Hold on. I'm about to start going through your guys' questions. Just There's a lot of people that have joined, so I'm trying to. I don't see. With your example of Barry Bonds, is it a PSA 10? Yeah. So when I do this stuff, I'm usually looking for PSA 10s. How long are you waiting to move it at a higher price when you buy it at a lower price? So what you could actually do on Market Movers, the app, when you buy a card. So I'll just. I know you're on TikTok, so you might not be able to see me live, but I'll just show you. This is actually a pretty cool feature. So what you could do is, so if I were to buy, let's say this card, what you could do is set this little alarm bell thing, and you could set a threshold. So when there's a sale of above, let's say $10,000 for this card, you get alerted. Because the problem with my strategy is that you're buying so many cards, so many different types of cards, like Roger Clemens and Ricky Henderson and this and that, and it's all over the place. You lose track. So like every time you buy a card, you set an alert, and it alerts you when there's a sale. You'll be constantly be getting notifications every single day. So that's kind of how I do it, which is pretty damn helpful. Caller, first one, the first of many. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live. What's up, man? Nice to meet you.
I'm actually liking it.
Sweet.
Question about something on eBay and had an experience being scammed.
Oh.
With that?
Well, you shouldn't get scammed on eBay because they protect buyers. How are you scammed?
Previously before COVID, I guess that wasn't a thing.
Oh, okay.
So I sold a card, a Patrick Mahomes rookie RPA,
Okay.
and they requested their money back. They sent the card back.
So they requested. So you sold it, and then it just didn't send the card back to you, but they refunded the person.
Yeah. And eBay forced me to refund with them.
Wow, that's pretty terrible. Don't you have?
So that kind of like what I'm trying to get back now, and that's kind of scaring me from sending back from eBay.
Yeah. So, well, when you sold it, doesn't eBay force the person returning the card to give a tracking number?
I don't think that was a thing before COVID, but now I'm hearing now that it's a little different.
Yeah, that would never. I've actually never heard of that because, like, I think this actually happened to me once, where like I sold a card on eBay. They wanted a refund. I gave it to them, and they sent me a package back in the mail because eBay forces you to give them a tracking number. How do I call? Sorry, someone's asking what the phone number is. It's 813-618-2075. But so what I did is I actually I don't trust anybody. I videotaped me opening the package of what the person sent back to me, and there was nothing in it, and I just showed eBay, and then they gave me the money back. So that's what I would do. I would just video anything you're doing something. Anytime you're doing something kind of expensive, I would just videotape it. To be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess my other question, now that I guess Topps is taking over the cards next year.
Yep.
Is that going to change the game? Like now, Arch Manning is going to be probably the first big name that's going to be licensed and being auto cards. So like right now, I'm guessing like all the big names that are doing only autos for Topps, correct? They're not licensed, correct?
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. So sometimes, yes. So Topps with football and basketball is not licensed yet. So Fanatics owns Topps. So in the next few, what is it? I think when do they get the license? I forget if it's at the start of the year or it's October. But whenever they get it, they're like the products are just gonna be Topps now. So like instead of Prism, right? You're gonna have like Topps Chrome. And now Prism, if Panini makes it, what they're gonna do is like they're gonna have the same cards, but they're just gonna be not licensed. So the players' logos and all that stuff is not gonna be on there. which is going to make them far less valuable. But like sometimes you'll have players that will come in the league and only sign with Upper Deck, for example. Upper Deck makes basketball cards, but they're just not licensed. But that player that signed with Upper Deck, they have exclusive rights with Upper Deck has exclusive rights with them, so they won't sign any autographs with Panini or Topps. A good example of this, the first one that comes to mind is like if you ever look at 2016 Ben Simmons rookie cards, he only has autographs with Upper Deck. He has no Prism autographs, and he has no other types of autographs. It's only Upper Deck.
Okay, I guess that my example. Yeah, Topps rookie.
Yep.
It's an auto, right? And since it's not licensed, is it gonna change? Is it gonna be different now with when Topps takes over? Like, is it be different or higher?
No. Whatever is the relevant rookie card at the time, that's gonna stay what's most valuable. So to give a good example, LeBron James's rookie cards, like his Topps Chrome rookie cards, Topps used to have the license in 2003 for basketball, and even though Panini took over the licensing in like 2012 or whatever it was, doesn't mean those LeBron rookie cards aren't valuable anymore because Panini now has the license. So Jaden Daniels, his Prism rookie cards are going to stay like the rookie card.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck. Call back in and let me know how it all goes. Yeah, don't get you shouldn't get scammed to get on eBay. eBay is pretty with it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right. We're moving along, callers. And the phone number on TikTok, sorry, I'm on TikTok live, but I don't know how to interact in the comments. It's 813-618-2075.
Hello.
Hey, you got Eric, you're live.
Hey,
What's up, man? What's your name?
my name's Sam. I'm from California.
Wait, say your name one more time.
Sam?
Sam, what's up, Sam? Nice to meet you. How can I help?
Oh, sorry. So I'm used to the hobby. So at first I got in. Well, I'm like a big Giants fan, being in California.
Yeah.
So I bought like some prospect cards. So I have like Carson Wisenhunt and Bryce Aldridge.
Okay.
Being new to the hobby, I just saw like, oh, it's numbered and it's auto, but like my Bryce Aldridge is like a unique select.
Yep.
And then my Carson Wisenhunt's like a national treasures.
Yep.
So it's like I'm having a hard time flipping them. Like, do you have any like suggestions or anything like that?
Yeah, you're buying the wrong stuff. Yeah, because people just don't want unlicensed stuff, especially those guys aren't like premium prospects. If you're prospecting and you're buying like younger guys in the minor leagues, the only cards that really hold its weight are Bowman Chrome.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, 'cause I got a couple of those. I got like a Carson Williams. But I mean, like they're all autoed and everything. But like I said, I know they're like unlicensed, so it's just been hard to like flip them and trying to get something out of them.
Yeah, just sell them, take your loss, and just it's just a learning curve, right? Anything in life is a learning curve. Any business. So, yeah, it's just Bowman Chrome is the simple answer, just to keep it easy for you.
Gotcha. Okay, well, appreciate it, man. Appreciate all the work and everything, and been really helpful throughout this journey so far.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. Call back in and keep me updated on the journey.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, don't buy. That's like the worst, like select in National Treasures baseball. Yes, 813-618-2075. 813-618-2075. That's the phone number. Sorry, it's not displayed on TikTok. So we're live on the phone on TikTok. Hey, you got Eric, you're live.
How's it going?
What's up, man? What's your name?
My name's Jack.
Jack, where are you calling from, Jack?
Calling from Fort Myers, Florida.
Ah, good area. I live in Tampa. Our office is over here in Tampa, so not too far.
I've done a deal with it before.
You have?
Yeah.
What did I buy?
He bought, I think it was a 1990 clear PSA 10 Jordan.
Oh, you came up to the booth?
Yeah, I came up to the booth.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, now I kind of remember. Who got the better end of the deal? Was it you or me?
I think you got a bit of a steal.
I did. Oh man.
I think no, it was a good deal though. I mean, it wasn't bad for me. I got it for pretty cheap, so I have no problem with that.
Yeah. Don't say that on air because now you're making me look like a dick. You gotta say you got it. No, I'm kidding. I think I remember. I think I was being a hard ass. I think I said something to you along the lines of like, this is not really a card I want. I'll offer you this. If you take it, great. If not, no big deal. Did I say something like that to you?
It wasn't a bad deal at all. Honestly, it wasn't. Like you got what you wanted. I got what I wanted. I mean, I got it for dirt. So I was just looking to make a quick profit.
Yeah, I think I have the card behind me. It's the 1990 Fleer Jordan PSA 10 of him dunking. Yeah.
And so I'm calling in because recently I just got a hold of a very vintage, not very vintage, like a 90s set of just a bunch of cards, bunch of wax. And I know that's a junk wax era and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I've picked out a few cards that, like a Michael Jordan Fleer All-Star Game rookie card that I'm going to get graded. It looked like it was in good shape, and I mean that's got an opportunity to be a very big card if it's a 10 or a 9.
Yep.
And something I got a Shaq rookie card. That's another card that's like that. But for the most part, I've gone through the rest of it, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of big value. And I'm wondering if it's stupid of me to let it all go, the rest of the lot, so I just let it all go and sell it and just try and make my money back on what I paid for it, and then just keep that Jordan and Shaq and stuff. Or should I hold on to it and just really thoroughly go through it and use card ladder and stuff like that? I mean, I'm talking it's like a $10,000 or 10,000 card,
yeah, that stuff is difficult because it's like PSA 10 or bust with that stuff. I mean, whatever you could sell all the other junk for, sell it. It's just not worth much. It's just like you're playing the game of picking out a few cards that you think are gonna get a 10. Hopefully they do. That's where your money's made, and the rest are just junk. Honestly, a lot of them are just better. Some of them are better used as toilet paper. To be straightforward with you.
It's crazy to me. It's like I'm looking through some of them, and they're big name guys like hockey and stuff like that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. It's just they're massively overproduced. So you get I get old people that come to me and they're like, how can a freaking Ronald Acuna rookie card sell for more than a Ken Griffey Jr.? That makes no sense. And they're comparing a Bowman Chrome auto of Acuna where there's 499 of them in the world, whereas a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie 1989 upper deck where they're 500,000 or 1 million produced, right? So it's the way money works is there's supply and there's demand, right? The more supply, the less demand. So it's not like Ken Griffey Jr. is a better player than Ronald Acuna, but if there's less cards, they're going to sell for more money, right? It's just how life works, right? So, my advice to you is honestly, playing that game of buying 80s and 90s cards, it's a hard game to play. I only play that game if I'm buying the cards already graded, hence the card I bought from you. I would try to stick to more modern. It's just easier to make money. It's more consistent. You can find cards to get graded. It's just easier money, man.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever bought the retro cards. I know I'm supposed to stay away from them because I've been doing this for a few months now, and I just usually never invest in them because, like you said, the modern day cards usually sell for better and they're way more liquid.
Yep.
But I saw the Shaq rookie card in the image, and I saw the Michael Jordan. And those cards go for close to 5 figures if they're a 10, which the Shaq has potential of being a 10.
Yeah, they're so hard to 10 because when you send those cards in for grading, the graders are very concerned about the population report. So how many 10s there are in existence. It's just my simple advice would be to get out of that game, especially if you're in the beginning. The game you want to play, you saw the game, you saw me at the card show, right? I don't know I probably had the busiest table, right? There's just people were flooded. And it's not because I had cameras there. It's because the stuff I had was liquid, a little bit higher end modern stuff. So if you're going to card shows, which I don't know if you do, but if you do, I know you went to that one, but liquid higher end modern is the game to play. Especially if you set up at a show like I did, people will just come up to you and give you stuff 70, 80%. I think you gave me the Jordan to 80%. It's a small card, but people came up to me, they would be like, hey, this card of Steph Curry is $1,500. I want 1,300, and I'll be like, I'll do it for 11. Then I end up buying it for 12. So like you could play that game, going to card shows, just literally buying stuff that's just cheap because cash is king. Or you could buy, if you really want to like maximize, you'll buy modern cards to grade, get those graded, and bring those graded cards to card shows where people will pay you damn near close to full comps and straight cash. So you don't have to pay fees. Those are like the two like most like profitable ways kind of do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, this was the first time I've ever I mostly deal with like the modern cards and stuff like that, but it's just in the Fleer. It was like a Fleer 1988 Michael Jordan All-Star team. Like it was just or All-Star game card. I saw it in the image and I'm like, okay, well, I'm willing to take a risk on this whole lot to see if this card could 10 because I mean it was well centered.
How much did you pay for the lot?
I think $300. So.
And what's that card? Wait, what's the best card in it is what again?
It's Michael Jordan Fleer 1988 All-Star game or All-Star team, one of the two. I think it's something like that. But I mean, it goes for $6,000 if it's a 10, and it goes for $450 if I think it's $450 if it goes in a 9.
And what's here? I'll tell you. So I don't know if you know this, but there's a website called gemrate.com. Do you know what that is?
No, I do not know that.
Okay, so what is it? I'll share my screen so you can see it as well. It's a night. Let me just share my screen. Hold on one second. Let me share my. It might be a little delayed for you. Just as a heads up. All right. So there's this website called gemrate.com. Well, I'll tell you the gem rate. So like, what is it? 1988 All-Star Jordan.
Yeah, All-Star Jordan. I think it's All-Star game Jordan. I think that's what
Is the card number 120?
I honestly don't know if that's off my head. I do have it in mind. I recently searched on my card list.
Okay, so let me just look this up for you. So just to show you how hard this card is to grade. Let's see. So it's 1988 All-Star Jordan. So this card is a PSA 10. Does like $5,800, but there have been 19,061 of them sent in for grading to PSA. 388 of them have gotten a 10. So 2% get a 10 to show you how hard it is. And yeah, so
I think that's where I think either. I mean, like I'm only into this for $300, so
yeah, so 4,000 of them get a 9. So like that's 20%. But like what I'll say to you, and I have to hop to the next caller because now there's a big queue. But what I would say to you is like, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. So one thing you want to one thing you want to look out for in life, there's something called opportunity cost. So like, yes, you'll make money on that lot if it gets a 9, right? You'll make like, $100 to $200. But the question you have to ask yourself is not, can I make money with my $300? But where is the best place where I can make the most amount of money with $300? And I could tell you for, unless the card gets a 10, which I hope it does, you would rather buy 3 $100 cards of Jaden Daniels of Prism, and 2 out of 3 hopefully get a 10, and you end up profiting like $400 or $500, rather than like hoping to make like $150 on the whole lot. And now the whole lot of cards, not only are you making minimal money, it's very time consuming, right? To move all those cards. So like the question you have to ask yourself is, where's the best use of my time? And like this is how like a lot of higher level business owners think. Like me, the best use of my time, someone who owns Major League Profits, there's very few things I could do that are higher leverage than doing what I'm doing right now and going live and helping people, because the whole world sees it, right? So like, I love doing this stuff, but part of the reason I'm live right now and I do this 2 times a week is because it's a great use of my time. So you have to ask yourself, like, what is the best use of my time? Not just can I make $1?
Kind of why I just don't think it's worth it going through all the boxes. And just going through all of it, because it's just a waste of my time versus selling the whole lot, Jack and Jordan, and then just selling it. I was honestly thinking of selling the rest of it for $300 because I think it'd move in a day. The lot that I bought, the lady had 30 messages for it, so that could go really quick just because it's got a lot of boxes that are labeled like 1990s Fleer basketball and 1990 like top football and stuff like that, and I just think someone will come buy it. I get my $300 back, and then I hope that Jack or the Jordan gem, and then I make a fat profit off it instead of like $150
to $300 profit.
Yep. I hope you do. But yeah, I wouldn't go through it all. It's probably a waste of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope hey, well, if that card gets a 10, I'll offer you 4,000 on it. I'll be the first offer. Cool. Yeah, I'm rooting for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, good luck. Yeah, keep me updated how it goes. I'll talk to you later.
I will do. See
All
you.
right, bye-bye. We're going through the callers. Sorry, there's a big queue. It's kind of how it goes. Like, just people just like don't call. The first caller comes in and boom, kind of takes off like a rocket ship a little bit. Yeah, that kid, he was nice. Ooh. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, man. How you doing?
What's up, PJ? How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just a quick question. I'm looking for cards on eBay. So
Yeah.
I look at 200 cards. I might find one, you know. Am I being like too hard? I'm looking for like perfect. Is there any leeway on the centering, or does it have to be like
Yeah,
perfect?
centering. Centering is like it depends on the card, but like 55-45. But what I would say, like people ask me this all the time, and I'm gonna sound like a dick here, but I promise you I'm not. If it takes you that long to find cards to grade, it's just a lack of skill. That you just haven't, either you don't have like the right coaching, or you just haven't done it long enough. So, but also like so that's number one. But number two, you're probably being too picky. Like very few cards you buy and send in for grading will get a 10, or not get a 10, but like will be in perfect condition, right? Like there's always gonna be a small. It might be a little off centered, might be a little corner ding, it might be a tiny surface scratch. But what I would say, if you're sending cards to PSA, the number one thing that you don't want is any corner issues. So I'd rather buy a card that's slightly off centered with perfect corners than vice versa.
Gotcha. I feel like I was too hard on myself, but I am new to the whole grading thing. So it's just, constructive criticism, man. I'm open for it. But I'm learning, man. And then another thing, I just want to say thanks, man. I tried selling that Bo Nix for like a week, and you told me where to post it.
It was which one was the Knicks? Was it the Knicks Elway?
Yeah, I was struggling, man. I tried selling that thing for a week, man. You told me where to post it at. I posted at 11:45 and had it sold by 12:15.
And it sold. How much did you sell it for?
I sold it for 15.
Okay. And what did I forgot what I told you? What did I tell you?
If I couldn't sell it to let you know, you'd buy it.
Oh, that's right. Now now I remember. So wait, so what did I offer you?
15.
And someone bought it for 15?
Yeah, it's sold for 15. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And you pulled it in a break, right?
Yeah. I was only 200 in on it. That's what I bought a retail box of optics and then the Great NC, of course. I was like 200 in on it.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. It's better to be lucky than good, right?
No, I don't want to be like, I want to be good,
Yeah, well, that's the right mentality. Take the money now. Stop going into breaks, because you're just going to lose money and start the profit.
100%.
But what I would say is, obviously, you're not in the program, are you?
I am.
Oh, you are. Oh shit, you are. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. You're in the academy, right?
Yeah, I'm in the academy.
Yeah. So then now I would take the money and start to go full throttle. Show up to the coaching calls. Work with Josh, the quality assurance coach, and you have all the resources you need to start buying cards. Like if it's taking you that long to find cards and you're inside the program, show up to a coaching call and speak to Josh. You're looking at something wrong, or you're being just way too picky, because as long as you've been through all the videos, it takes you step by step on how to do everything properly.
Yeah. Just being too picky, man. I fill for the coaching calls, and I send him the cards every week to kind of look over. But finding the cards to send him, I just feel like I'm being way too picky. Like everything has to be perfect. So I guess that's just the inexperience. But
Yeah,
I'm learning.
Yeah, what I would say is just keep in the back of your head. I don't know what your budget is, but the bigger your budget gets, it's easier to do this. Just keep in mind it's a math game, right? Like if you not every card's gonna be perfect, but the bottom line is if a card grades a 9, you lose a little bit, and if a card grades a 10, you make a lot, right? And you want to perform that situation over and over and over again as many times as possible. And sometimes you'll get a shitty grading order, no matter how good you are. Sometimes you'll do amazing and you don't deserve it because the cards didn't deserve to get a 10. So like, there's just variance to it, right? Grading is a subjective process done by humans. So, like, keep in mind, it's a math game. Like, you want to be sending in 5, 10, 15, 20 cards a week. It's very profitable. Even if you half follow the program, it should be very profitable.
Yeah, I'm doing like right now my budget is around. I'm sending like 3 to 4 cards a week. But then once that starts rolling in, I'll be able to reinvest and get more.
Yeah, that's a good.
3 to 4. So
yeah, that's a good number. Just keep it consistent. Just and like what I tell people, do you work? Do you have a job? So what I tell people, like people who are a little bit more strapped for cash, I don't know if you are, obviously, but like when you're the first like month or two, like literally be as cheap as humanly possible. Like don't go out for food, fucking eat ramen, don't eat ramen, but like just be cheap. Be cheap so you could spend more money in cards. And once the cards start to come back to you, then the snowball effect starts to happen. So but yeah, 3 to 4 a week is more than fine. I recommend 5 a week, but 3 to 4 is fine.
Nice. But yeah. Ramen on the weekends, right? Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm a bigger fan of just buy grilled chicken at Publix or whatever supermarket. Don't buy steak yet. You don't deserve steak till the PSA 10 start to come back.
Got you, man. Appreciate what you're doing, man.
All right, PJ. Talk to you later. All right, bye. They can hear clearly? Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, I see all your questions in the chat. Feel free to call in. We do this to talk to people and get the callers going. Hey, what's up? You have Eric? You're live?
Hey, what's up, Eric? It's Luis. I'm from North Carolina. What's up, man? I'm enjoying your content for the past couple weeks, past couple months, man.
Nice.
Appreciate your information, man. I'm just soaking a lot of things up. Quick question, man. Advice on the first Bowman Chrome cards. So I'm new to the hobby. I started to focus just on first Bowman Chrome cards, especially for prospecting and long-term flips.
Yeah.
I've been picking up a few copies here and there. Timing. I just want to know if you have anything, any information that you recommend as far as prospecting and
okay.
baseball.
Well, it's a broad question. There's a lot to say about it. So what the first thing I would say is so do you know what I mean when I say timing? Timing the market. Have you heard me say that before?
Yes. Yeah.
So number one rule, don't hold any baseball to the season. Now is beginning to get a good time to buy baseball. So yeah, you're on the right track. Number two, if you're buying cards to get graded, make sure you could at least double your money. That's kind of my rule. So if you're buying a card for $100, you're spending $20 to get it graded. Make sure you could at least double your money. After all fees and everything. That's kind of how I deem a card is worth grading or not. Number three, if you want to be sneaky, so like when I'm prospecting or like buying guys in the minor leagues or young guys in baseball, the question I ask myself is it's not who is the best player, right? It's who's going to get the most amount of hype and momentum. So, because the goal is to make money, right? And if you're buying a card, you're sending it in to get graded, and let's say it's going to come back to you in 2 months, 3 months. Ask yourself not who's a good player, but who's going to get hype. And I can tell you from experience, the guys who get the most amount of hype are the guys who are going to start or have a high chance of starting in the major leagues for the first time this upcoming spring. So, and on teams. So a good example of this from last year or from like this past baseball season was like Jason Dominguez, right? Plays for the Yankees, young prospect. He kind of played a little bit last year. I think he was starting to get a little hot. Then he got hurt. Then this was the first year he was starting. So I bought a few of his cards in the offseason last year, held them. I got a few of them graded, and I made some decent money because he gained a lot of hype and momentum going into like February and March because people got excited because one, he's a Yankee, and two, it was his first time starting. So, or he was supposed to start. I think they ended up calling him up like, I don't know, a few months in, I forget. And then he ended up getting injured. Now he's back. But so that's kind of what I would say. Like, that's kind of the game I play when it comes to prospecting. I'd be lying to you if I said I knew every single prospect and every single, all these minor league guys. I don't. I just kind of know the big ones.
Got you, man. Another quick question. I don't think I've heard. Like, what's your PC, your personal collection?
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball.
The only thing I PC. Yeah, the only thing I PC, and like when I say PC, I mean buy and just hold that I have no plans of selling, are 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruths. Those are like, I like how they look. 2, I think they're undervalued. 3, I like Babe Ruth. I like history. So I like, I'm just a history guy, and he's obviously a big piece of history. And I think it's a good investment. Like, I've been buying them for the past 4 or 5 years. I don't buy a ton of them. I buy, like, when I see a good deal. Like, if you go to my last YouTube video, not on this channel, but the other channel, there's 2 channels. There's the Eric Michael Show. Then there's just Eric Michael, where I'm actually like buying cards, not the podcast. You'll see, like, I bought 2 of them actually at the National. Whenever I find an okay deal, I'll buy them. And actually, my whole collection has almost tripled in value since I started buying them a few years ago. So I just think they're undervalued. But yeah, that's my PC.
Nice. Okay. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's all, man. Appreciate your content.
Yeah, and no problem. Yeah, good luck. Keep hopefully that gave you some little bit of inside information and hopefully helped you out.
Yeah, man. You have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. We're going down the list. I've noticed we actually switched softwares from another software to this one. There's a few less people on the live stream. Any other callers? Oh, no other callers. Oh, cool. The Eric Michael Show is a class act. Oh, appreciate that. Let's see. I'll go through some of the questions in the chat before the next caller comes in. Let's see. So we have this one. Having some trouble selling cards. I'm trying to flip. Any ideas? There's only 2 reasons you can't sell your cards. Either you got stuff. No. Oh, we got a caller. I'm sorry. We got to prioritize the callers. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
What's up, Eric?
What?
PC.
PC?
Yeah. I called them a few months ago, a few times.
Cool. Yeah. I remember the name. It's a hard name to forget.
Audio for the phone calls is not working. Like, you can barely hear it.
Oh.
I just want to make sure my beautiful voice is heard,
Okay. Well, I'll put the mic closer to the phone. Hopefully that helps.
Okay. Hey, I got a couple things.
Yeah.
First one, some football. So I only have a few cards left. Football. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. And, some of these are more recent. Some of them, I bought on eBay already slabbed, earlier on in the year. I'm just wondering what I should do with these because, right now for some of these cards, the comps just kind of threw me a little bit. For example, I bought a Justin Herbert field level zebra rookie die cut prism, right? So Justin Herbert rookie field level zebra prism.
Yeah.
And I looked at it. I don't think it's going to 10. And the last comp was under what I think is the real value of it. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, people want a discount off of that last comp.
Wait, is it a die cut?
It's a die cut, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what?
Even a card like a Bowman no name PSA 9. I got a bunch of different cards. I got a bonus auto. I got a 50. I got a trick me auto. Ultimately, my question is, I set up at a card show last week.
Yeah.
I sold a bunch. This is what I have left. Season's about to start soon. Been posting a few of these on Facebook, and I've had some people interested, but they want to, take a percentage off of this.
What did you pay?
For which one? The Justin Herbert?
Yeah.
That one, I'd have to go to my spreadsheet. So
1 second. See Herbert. Yes, sir. Okay. All in, I paid roughly 300.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw the comps before that when I did buy it. I thought, it was a much more expensive card, and I was hoping to grade it and get a good grade. But when I looked at it, I was like, I'm just not going to send this in. To be like a PSA 9, right? And so with this card, I do think. My question would be: do I just take the L by selling it, to some of these guys who are offering me I don't think I'd take it out because some people did offer me more than 300, like $320, right? Do I just take that?
Yeah.
Or I was thinking just post everything, 99-cent auction. I do think that the market, value for this is higher just because there's nothing really even available right now of this card.
Yeah. So multiple things to say. First thing, I would say, yes, take the profit, take the 320, take the offer. That's what I would do. Number one. Number two, if you're buying football and you're buying to grade, nice little rule, only buy the new stuff because it's much, much easier to grade. Like that card of Justin Herbert, you would make the same amount of money if you bought a similar card of Bo Nix. And guess which one is way easier to grade? Bo Nix, because the card is 4 years newer, right? So the only time you should be buying like Herbert is like if you're buying it like deep in the off season and you're buying like a very liquid, expensive card, like a die cut Zebra Select is like, it's a good card, but it's not like one of its premium, like a Contenders PSA 10 or a Prism PSA 10 color or something like that. So if you're buying stuff to grade, only buy the new stuff. Like you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage by buying stuff that's so old. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I've had some decent luck with like some other stuff as well. That's also why, and I think for me, like I like the animal prisms and the zebras, the tigers. And
Yeah.
I personally like buying them and then looking at them and then selling them just because I just like them personally too. Same with like color blasts. I don't really dive too much into kabooms and downtowns just because it's so oversaturated right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of collecting them. But as far as my other cards go, for example, I got a Drake May rookie finest autograph that I graded. But my thing is, I'm thinking about just 99-cent offering these cards just because right now the market's hot. People are buying football even on eBay. What are your pros and cons on that?
Yeah.
I am a top-rated seller, so I think if I offer 1-day shipping and free returns for 30 days or something, then I get a lower percentage.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I would do is, if I was in your shoes, what I do with football, I try to sell it myself first, and then right around this time, the stuff I can't sell, I start to auction. So my strategy is I start auctioning on eBay. Yeah, that's the simple answer to your question. I just start auctioning them on eBay. As of now, because I want to get rid of them before the season starts. That's kind of my rule.
Right. And you do 99-cent auction? Or
Yeah. I always do 99-cent. Because it's gonna sell for what it's worth anyways, and you'd rather have more bidders and more watchers, and that's gonna happen on a 99-cent auction. And more bidders and watchers and activity, eBay promotes it more, and you obviously want it promoted.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. And then talking about I want to transition into NBA. When is a hot time to sell it? I also do have some NBA cards that I got back within the last few months, maybe like the last 2 months, and I've been kind of holding off on selling some of them. I did sell some at the card show, but I didn't put out everything, and that's that's because I feel like people are so focused on football right now that the market's not really heated up yet for NBA. So I'm trying to figure out timing for that one.
Yeah. So the best time to sell is like late September, October. But if you're buying NBA right now, keep in mind that you are getting close to the season. The best time to buy NBA is like really June and July. And like now, if you're buying NBA cards to grade, you have to use the $40 service, like the higher end service, because so you get it back in time.
I was thinking more of what it's felt.
Oh yeah, late September, October. But depending on your budget, like it's not worth holding the cards to make an extra like 10%, maybe 20%. So if it's going to affect your budget, just sell it now. So if you have the extra money and you can keep buying, hold it until late September. But if not, if it's affecting your buying budget, sell it now.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about my wife and I. Our fourth kid is coming.
Oh, congrats!
In January, thank you. And then we're actually planning to move within the next month. So I am actually planning on, besides my PC and some of my Steel's Pokemon boxes, which I think you should look into as well. I'm actually thinking about doing a kind of a reset, right? So selling everything off and then just kind of starting off again. Trying to buy between that Thanksgiving Christmas window and just kind of starting over again. So
well, I think that's a good idea because it is the best time to sell to buy, because a lot of the stuff goes down in value because people are spending their monies on breaks and holidays and all that stuff. So it is the best time of the year in my opinion to buy in like November, December, October. I think it's closer to the holidays.
Yeah. Sorry, another question. So for cards that have low pop or first to market, like a pop 5, but there are no comps on there. I know a lot of people so I have a few PSA 9s that are start to grade, like Origins, the Tiger Eyes. So I have a 2024 Tiger Eyes Curry, LeBron, and then a 2024 Curry blank slate. And I know you usually say don't buy like these older the vets, and you want to try to double the money. But,
yeah.
I understand that. But like once again, like these are the cards that I like buying as well. So and I've had success with some of these, but in terms of any card that has a low pop or first to market, what would you do with how to price it? I mean, because technically I can kind of price it wherever, but if it's a PSA 9, or even if it's a PSA 10, I have a PSA 10 Anthony Edwards Tiger Choice, Tiger Strike Choice, and it's a pop 1. And so I'm trying to figure out, what I should do with it. Should I just put it up for the price I think I should, that is worth fair market value, and then just kind of lower it as it goes? Or
yeah. So by the way, this has to be my last question I answer because I have a queue of callers. But two things you could do: you could just look back the past few years and look at the same card. That'll a Curry card of this year is going to sell for similar of the same Curry card of last year. That's number one. And then number two, use another player, find the same card, and just do the math. So like find a card of Kevin Durant, right? Let's say his blank slate sold for $800, and then compare their silver prisms from the same year or from the same product, and you discover, okay, Curry sells for 30% more than Durant. So if Durant's is $800, tack on 30% for Curry's blank slate, and that should get you to the number, like a rough number.
Gotcha. I appreciate it, brother.
Well, cool. I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm glad you're so involved. But sell all your football before the season begins. That would be my advice.
Another question. Can I give you one suggestion?
Go for it.
Content?
Go for it, yeah.
If you could do like $1,000 in cards, like you've been doing, like dripping cards.
Yeah.
$1,000 at buying at a show, and then $1,000 in breaks or repacks, right? And then hold on to the cards that you have and see which cards people would want more. from the repacks, from the boxes, or from just buying them straight up?
Yeah, well,
that'd be dope to show the difference.
Yeah, I think the difference it'll show is just how bad of an idea breaking is. Because like I'll end up with like $300 in cards or $200 in cards if I spend $1,000. But if I spend $1,000 at a show, I'll end up with like $1,200 in cards.
Exactly, but you're proving your point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a great idea. I appreciate it. That is an interesting idea. Yeah. All right, thank you so much. Call in again in the future. All right, bye-bye. Good guy. Asks a lot of good questions. I feel bad when we have a queue and I have to push people off, but gotta get to everybody. Try to be fair. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, this is Russell from Nashville.
What's up? You said Russell?
Yeah, Russell.
What's up, Russell? How may I help?
Man, I bought my first baseball last night, and I got a card that don't have PSA 10 comp that I can find.
Yep.
I guess it's new. I was just going to see if I maybe overpaid or if I did it right or if this could work out. I don't know.
Yeah, well, what's the card?
It's Hurston Waldrop.
Hurst, Hurston, Waldrop.
Yeah, Waldrep.
Yep.
And it's a rookie auto purple speckle refractor.
Is it Bowman Chrome?
Top chrome, 2025.
Yeah, so you can expect a PSA 10 should be about 2 to 2.5 times whatever raw is. What'd you pay on it?
51.
Yeah, that's right around what it sells for, in that range. So you paid fair.
Okay. Well, it was the first time. I don't know nothing about baseball, so.
Well, you did okay for the first time.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, thank you as well. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, no problem.
All right, bye-bye. Interesting card. That's all the callers? Cool. Well, that's all the callers. Appreciate you guys calling in. There's a free PDF below, so all these podcasts, they come with a PDF. There's no strings attached. There's nothing for sale. It's totally free. The PDF goes over, takes you step by step, exactly what I was talking about earlier with how to make money with vintage cards from the 80s and 90s. I highly suggest getting it. We put a lot of effort into giving as much free value as possible, because the more free value we give out means better reviews we get, which is obviously good for our business. So go get that free PDF, go learn something, go make a little bit more money. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And just as a heads up, this channel is now the Eric Michael Show. There's another channel called Eric Michael where I'm actually like doing cards live, I guess you could say. This is now strictly just for the podcast. So I'd go subscribe to that other one as well. It's very good. But cool. Like, comment, subscribe. Go grab that PDF. I'll see you guys in the next one.